On this new series of What's in My Pouch, I'm building EDC kits inside these little guys. And this one today is the Art Company Boulder Wallet. Definitely one of my favorites, and I'm showing you two kits that you can build with it. So let's check it out. This series is for all my fellow pocket hoarders out there, the EDC Pouch, aka Pocket Organizer. No more having ripped pocket jeans or poking yourself for the 7th time today. All that while being able to quickly grab exactly what you need without having to lug around a whole bag to make your back problems even worse. Each episode will focus on a different pouch, but to start things off, this is the Art Company Boulder Wallet. A slim, flimsy, yet durable wallet pouch thanks to it being made of all Cordura with proper stitching, so it will securely hug whatever you stuff inside it. Starting off with the first of two ways to pack it though, this is my set of daily essentials. Every piece of gear I actually need to pull out and use on the daily, whether that be out and about or just running in circles around the studio. So starting with probably the most common for all EDC lovers, the tool of choice, this is the Civivi Baby Banter. For me, this is the perfect size. It's got dual titanium thumb studs for you lefties out there, and come on, that satisfying flick alone should have you running to check one out for yourself. The blade is just under 2.5 inches long, made of Nitro V steel, which is just a fancy way of saying this baby can do some damage. Well, at the very least, every Amazon box I throw at it to open, because let's be real, that's the only reason we carry one of these beauties. The liner lock is a breeze to deploy, and you get one of the sturdiest stainless steel deep carry pocket clips I've ever tested. Combine all that with the G10 handle, and you've got one of the fanciest little tools that fit in the palm of your hand. Stored beside that, in a much slimmer pocket dedicated for flashlights or pens, I've got the mini click pen from Big Idea Design. Made entirely of a titanium body and clip, this is shorter and skinnier than my index finger, yet offers one of the most addicting clicks for a pen this size. However, it is still a tiny pen and does require some getting used to, hence why around back I like to keep this tiny notebook on hand. From Trayvax, this weatherproof pocket notepad is one of the most affordable items here, but is the coolest one yet. You get 20 pages of water resistant paper, and when used with your tiny clicky pen, well, you may just have to mint this as the next best NFT. So if you love the feeling of writing on physical paper but hate having to lug around a whole notebook, this may be the perfect combo for you. Now that's the exterior, a large sleeve around back with two split pockets around front, but it doesn't end there. Closed shut with some old school button tech, popping it open reveals two more flatter pockets. There's this one really tiny vertical pocket that I found was the perfect spot for a fold-up ruler, and if you've never experienced a fold-up ruler, well, you're really missing out in life. From Nakabayashi, which I hope I'm saying right, this flexible strip is completely magnetic and reaches a total length of 15 centimeters, but for the majority of you, folded up is probably more than enough. But paired with the notebook and pen combo, you've got everything you need when that next billion-dollar idea strikes while you're taking a number 2. Aside from that, some backup emergency items, like my favorite bandages from Nexcare. I tend to randomly cut and scrape myself quite often. Thankfully, with the clear design and it being waterproof, when installed, it sort of just feels like a second skin. Hidden behind that though is a full-length pocket, easily fitting cards, receipts, or other daily essentials. I like to keep this single-use wet wipe on hand though, as throughout the last year, these have come in so handy so often. I've basically stuffed one into every pocket I own, as they're flat, flexible, and can withstand being squished around, yet is still easily opened, and the wipe itself stays quite moist and folds out to about the full size of my hand, more than enough to wipe up after a takeout meal and if you ever spill your venti mocha latte onto yourself. It can clean up quite a bit, mainly thanks to how thick the actual wipe is, a must-have that gets refilled every time I head outside. But that's the first kit, every single item I'd use when I'm out and about, neatly fitting inside the Boulder wallet, so I know exactly where everything is instead of just stuffing it all in my back pocket. But for my second kit, there are some similarities, but the priorities are a different focus. Most notably, swapping out the tool of choice for this. This is the Tigird Sonic Wave Slider with a Tigird Sonic Mecha spinning bead attached to it, basically offering every fidget option all in one package. Not only does it look like something from the future, it's one of the very few bead designs that can do this. I can stare at this mesmerizing design all day, and you can bet it's just as satisfying to spin too. Attached onto the other end is a haptic slider made of a slab of titanium. The design is in collaboration with Tigird and Muyi, and as simple as this may look, it's one of the best slider actions I've ever used. And I get it, some of you may think it's crazy to pay as much as these beauties cost, but for the ones that do understand the extremely enjoyable and rewarding feeling of when it clicks into place, well, this may be the perfect one to get. These are fully mechanical, utilizing magnets and steel balls that give you the perfect snap, but is also built like a tank, so you don't have to worry about pulling this out when your anxiety starts to kick in again. Beside that, not something I'd need on a daily, but for the great outdoors or even just a night carry, I've got the Lumintop Tool AAA flashlight. At the size of about a cigarette, this slim, blacked out all metal body fits like a pen would, but of course, when pushing its button, it spits out light instead of ink. This model maxed out at 130 lumens with a satisfying click from its rubber knob. It offers 3 levels of power, is waterproof, and honestly, built so well that I'm not afraid to pull this out either and actually use it in the wild. Flipping around back though, this collection allows me to completely ditch carrying a wallet and use this pouch instead, as the back pocket is perfectly sized for credit cards and I could fit my main 3 in comfortably, along with some cash behind that too. It's all easily accessible thanks to the cutoff top, but sewn perfectly such that nothing slides out on its own. Now taking a look inside, the mini pocket is also the exact size to fit a standard key. However, it isn't a closed pocket and can slide out, but I found when packed in, it's enough to keep it from doing so. Then, of course, we still have our backups as well, a wet wipe and bandage stuffed in the back pocket. But when all packed in, this allows me to safely carry my expensive fidget toys and daily essentials all in one place without having to worry about it scratching up or falling out of my pockets, as the beauty of a pouch is there's a dedicated spot for everything. I'm able to instantly grab what I need without fumbling around in my pockets, and speaking of which, it's also tightly packed in. You can comfortably toss this into your jacket without everything scratching up against each other. Win-win. Let me know in the comments if I should do an episode 2 of what's in my pouch, if you like the series, what you don't like, or what pouch I should do next. Anyways, that's it. I rest my case pouch thing.